Hello, in this lesson we're going to look at some of the different job titles that lawyers use. This will help you to talk about what kind of lawyer you are or the kind that you want to be. So firstly, the word lawyer refers to many different types of lawyer. We can put a specialism before this word to give more information. For example, family lawyer or corporate lawyer. In England and Wales, there are two types of lawyer. The first is a solicitor. Traditionally, solicitors work outside of the court, advising clients on things like starting a business, buying property, or tax and inheritance planning, and so on. However, solicitors can appear in court. They tend to specialize in just one area of law. So the other type of lawyer in England and Wales is a barrister, and this is the type that you usually see in court wearing a wig. Barristers become very experienced at arguing cases in court. They can also give advice on a legal issue, although this is usually done when requested by a solicitor on very specific areas of the law. In Scotland, the term solicitor is still used, but a barrister is referred to as an advocate. This is perhaps a better word for the role, since standing in court and presenting a case is called advocacy. The word advocate is also used in many European countries, or a close approximation of that. Attorney is a term that's preferred in America and some other legal jurisdictions. It means someone who's been given power to act on someone else's behalf. As with lawyer, we often use it with another word to show what type of attorney someone is. For example, a defense attorney or a patent attorney. A litigator is a lawyer who specializes in litigation. In other words, they often represent companies or individuals in disputes between parties that might go to court. So you can find litigators in areas like commercial litigation, where there are disputes between companies, and personal injury litigation, where someone is injured and they want some money for the injury. A prosecutor is someone who works in criminal law. They're usually employees of the government, and they work with the police to build a case against people who've been charged with a crime, and then they represent the case in court. A notary public, or just notary, is not necessarily a lawyer, though many lawyers can act as a notary. So these are people that deal with non-contentious issues. So in other words, there's no disagreement. And they do tasks like authenticate documents, which is also known as notarization. Another word that you might hear is paralegal. A paralegal is someone who assists one or more lawyers, although they're not strictly speaking a lawyer themselves. In the UK, this is a position which is often held by people who want to become solicitors. And for that reason, it's seen as an inferior position. In America, it's a more respected position, and people might remain paralegals for their entire legal career. So a final way for today's video that we can talk about lawyers is by their rank in their firm. So the lawyers at the top of a firm are called partners. Usually these are the people that own the firm, although not necessarily. Below the partners you have associates, and these are lawyers who've been qualified for a while. Newly qualified lawyers are called assistant lawyers, and you may also have some trainees in some jurisdictions. So now it's your turn. If you're a lawyer, what type of lawyer are you? And if you're not a lawyer yet, what type would you like to be?